Oh, hey there, friends. No, I'm not going to hit you guys with a PBS message, but I am going to tell you to go ahead and follow me on Twitter right now. Let me give you guys more Browns content, really just in general NFL content. And if you're looking for breaking news and you're looking for me to be the next Adam Schefter, you've come to the wrong place. But if you're looking for fun spins on things, go ahead and follow me right now. My Twitter handle is below Matthew Petey. Just hit me up with a follow. That way I can give you guys more Browns and NFL content all together. Welcome into the Cleveland Browns Report. I'm Matthew Peterson. Today we've got a mailbag for you guys. We're going to be reaching for the stars on some of these things. We're going to have a little fun, all right? That's what the show's all about. We're not going to take it too seriously. So I got 3 burning Browns questions, okay? Just burning a hole in my pocket like it's a divorcee who's got the bag after the settlement. So, first burning question coming at you guys. Is Baker Mayfield the toughest quarterback today? Why is this not a bigger topic, honestly? He dislocated his shoulder, essentially. He basically said, yeah, it kind of popped in and out, and we're just blowing past this. We're not talking about it enough. So he's got to be one of the toughest quarterbacks there are. He's as tough as they come, in my opinion. Baker is absolutely as tough as they come. And I saw a great quote out there. We're not going to throw it on the screen, but basically the gist was when Baker Mayfield doesn't miss a snap after that, the bar is set so high for the rest of the Browns team. That's why I think Baker's one of the most underappreciated quarterbacks in the NFL. It's the things he does more than just outside of the pocket. So I did put together a list of some other tough quarterbacks in the NFL. Matthew Stafford, number 1. He's at the top, and I think this isn't in order necessarily, except for Stafford. I think Stafford has played through far too many injuries in his time in Detroit. I'm happy he got to go to the Rams, where they can actually do something productive for once. And then Patrick Mahomes, number 2. I've got Mahomes there solely because he has pushed himself through a handful of injuries. You go back to last postseason. He comes back from a concussion and plays against the Bills, of course. Browns fans remember this. Matt Ryan is on the list because he's a bit of an Iron Man. Sneaky tough, okay? If you don't miss NFL games, you're a tough guy because everyone in the NFL gets punched around a couple times. So for you to stay healthy pretty much all year long and all year after year, the last time Matt Ryan missed a game, I think Matt Schaub came in a couple years ago, so it's been a while. All right, Ryan Fitzpatrick, threw him on here as well. The Harvard guy, have you heard that before? No, we're not going to get into the intro of a CBS broadcast. But, yeah, Fitzmagic, when you're in the NFL for this long and you play on this many teams, I think he's on team 8. I don't know. Someone fact check me. But, not only are you doing something right, you're a tough SOB, all right? So Fitzpatrick, even though he's out with a hip injury right now, he's just resilient. He is as tough as they come, in my opinion. Maybe it's the beard. I don't know. Couldn't grow one if I tried. And finally, Tom Brady. He never really comes off as a super tough guy because, frankly, he's too smart to be tough because he puts himself in a position to not have to be tough, right? He doesn't try to extend plays with his legs or dive for the first down marker. No, he doesn't bother messing around with that kind of stuff. But when I heard that he played all of last season with a knee injury and won a Super Bowl with a knee injury, you get on the list. So those are my other tough QBs. But let me know, is Baker the toughest quarterback in the NFL today? Type T for tough or, oh crap, no, never mind. No, not crap. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. There's no other option. It's T for tough or nothing. We're not going to give an alternative. There's no W for wimp. Absolutely not. I mean, he's Baker Mayfield. He played through what I would call a dislocated shoulder. Unofficial, okay? Don't quote me on it. But when you say it kind of popped in and out and you don't miss a snap, yeah, you're the toughest guy in the NFL in my book. Browns fans, we've got the hookup for you at BetUS, our sportsbook partner. Plain and simple, here's how it works. Use the link at the bottom of your screen, chatsports.com/bet. Plug in that promo code, Browns125, and they're going to hit you up with a 125% deposit bonus, all right? Simple terms, you put $100 in, you've got $225 to play with. Last time I checked, the Browns covered in week 1, did not cover in week 2, but you can bet on whatever you want. Make some parlays. I'm a big fan of putting $10 down on a 5-legged parlay. If you hit it once, it covers like 7 weeks of bets. So check them out, BetUS. Link is chatsports.com/bet. You can't remember. It's the company name /bet. Promo code Browns125. Burning question number 2. What's the biggest hole on this team? This is a team that returned everyone on offense from a great season a year ago and then just made improvements on defense. So this question isn't as important as maybe some other teams, but when you're trying to win a Super Bowl, which the Browns are absolutely in that mode right now, it takes 22 great pieces. You don't find many Super Bowl winners with 20 great pieces and some Swiss cheese. So my biggest hole in this team, a true middle linebacker, okay? The linebacker position for the Browns has been a revolving door the past couple years. They have yet to nail down a true cornerstone at the linebacker spot, which in my opinion is a telltale sign of a great defense. And that's not screaming from the mountaintops something new. But look at the Browns depth chart here. It's been moving around a little bit. Anthony Walker was placed on IR after week 1, so Malcolm Smith fills in. And honestly, did pretty good job coming off the bench in week 2 against the Texans. Mack Wilson, the jury's still out. I'm optimistic. I understand if you're not. He's still young. That's why I'm not punting on this guy. Love what I've seen out of Owusu-Koramoah. Not quite sure if he can fit that true middle linebacker spot. I just don't know if he's frankly big enough, right? That position spot requires quite a statue and frame. So the depth chart here just isn't giving me that hardcore linebacker, nailed to the, true to the ground, Cleveland tough, get the jersey kind of. Would you get any of these guys' jerseys? How about that? Probably not. All right, here's the PFF grades, Pro Football Focus grades every single player, and it's not pretty. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks, so we're not looking at a huge sample size. So I'm not reading in this too much, but I'm going to give you guys the information at least. These are 3 guys who maybe could become the middle linebacker. Malcolm Smith leads the bunch after really just 1 game. Mack Wilson, he plays more on the outside spot anyway, but I'm going to toss him in here because he was towards the top for Browns linebackers. And then Anthony Walker, just 1 game, and that was covering, I don't know, the guy named Travis Kelce, if you've heard of him once or twice. So it's a small sample size. I'm not going to read overly too much into this, but I'm not sold on any of these guys really being a future middle linebacker for the Cleveland Browns. So that's why that's one of my biggest needs. And I think it's one of GM's Andrew Berry's biggest needs, probably already going into the 2022 NFL Draft. I think the Browns are definitely going to target one. When you're in a position like this, you take the best player on the board. Big believer in that. When you don't really have a big need, and you're later in the draft anyway, which I fully expect the Browns to be, you take the biggest talent you can get. But if there's a great linebacker out there, snag him, because that is just a position I'm not sold on yet. Browns fans, 1-1, but if you want to be 2-1, go ahead and subscribe right now to the Cleveland Browns Report. Give us a subscription, and we can give you guys more news, rumors, previews, recaps, everything your heart could desire, while the rest of the media in the NFL is writing the Browns off and saying the same old Browns. Not here at the Cleveland Browns Report. Different team this year, a playoff Super Bowl contending team. Subscribe today to the Cleveland Browns Report. Burning question number 3. Can the Browns beat the Chiefs? Can they? Yes. Will they? We'll find out. There's still a lot of football left this year, and I suspect the road to the Super Bowl will once again run through Kansas City in the AFC. We'll find out after Chiefs' Week 2 loss against the Ravens if they'll end up with the number 1 spot, but assume they do, and if they don't, be happy. But prepare for the worst. Here's the last 3 matchups between the Browns and the Chiefs. I only went back 3 years because this gives me all the times Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes played against each other. 2021, of course, just 3 weeks ago. Close game. Browns had a big lead at the half. We're not going to go into detail about it. That sucked. And then, of course, the AFC divisional round. Rinse and repeat for the first matchup right there. We're not going to go into it too much. It sucked. Came down to the wire. Matt Moore, I don't know. All right, then 2018. Now we're going back quite some time. I'm not giving it much stock, if any, at all. Kevin Stefanski wasn't even the coach back in 2018. But regardless, the the facts are the Chiefs have had the Browns number. They've actually won 5 straight against Cleveland, so it's out to the Browns to beat the Chiefs because, in my opinion, if you want to go to the Super Bowl, you got to beat the Chiefs. If you don't have to beat the Chiefs, just count your blessings, but plan for the worst. How do you beat the Chiefs? Your guess is as good as mine, all right? I won't stand up here, pretend to be a magician with all the answers or some kind of crystal globe. I don't have a clear-cut answer for you. I saw what the Bucks did in the Super Bowl, and they got after Patrick Mahomes, but that was also a Chiefs offensive line that was out the top player, Eric Fisher, after rupturing his Achilles 2 weeks before. So there's still not great writing on the wall. The Ravens just did it. They ran the ball down the Chiefs' throat, but if Clyde Edwards-Helaire does not fumble there, I bet the Chiefs win that game. So there's still not a great blueprint on how to beat Kansas City, which is pretty scary for how long it's been now that Mahomes and Reid have been running together. But let you guys be the coach here. What will it take to beat Kansas City? This is your time to be the coach. All right, B. Stefanski, go down in the comments, write your novel, write whatever you want. Write a short story, write a 1,000-word story. I think there's actually a character count, but regardless, you get the point. What will it take to beat Kansas City? Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below.